Let me premise all of this by saying that I am not an accountant, nor do I play one on the internet, all right? So this is just what I do, and this is just my understanding of how things work, all right? So let's start with the easy stuff. And let's start with your business tax. Let's start with that. So in Australia, everybody's got to pay corporations tax. We all have to pay that. And the way that all of this is worked out is you are taxed based on, your business's tax, is based on the place where your business is what's called domiciled. And what that means is, in the eyes of the law, where your business is a resident for tax purposes. That's called domiciliation. So, most of you on the call, in fact 99% of you on the call, will probably at the minute have your business domiciled in Australia, meaning you've got a PTY Ltd company, or you're a sole trader, okay? Meaning your business is set up, established, and pays tax in Australia. Perfect. Wonderful. No dramas at all, okay? So, there's that. Now, you can, of course, at a later date, once your business starts becoming more and more profitable, you can move your company, what's called offshore, and I'm sure you've all heard about that, going to countries where the tax for business is lower. Countries like Singapore or Ireland or Dubai or Vanuatu, countries like that, okay? I'm no expert on all those different things. So you could move it then, you can move the domicile of your company and move it offshore, and then you can take advantage of more, shall we say, aggressive tax planning to lower legally your tax on your company profits. So there's that. Next, let's talk about personal taxation, and then I'm going to talk about tax in sales tax. Personal taxation. So that's a different thing to company tax. Your personal tax is the tax that you pay personally on any income that you earn. In Australia, it's quite a high tax country as a whole, and so some enterprising individuals move to other countries to lower their tax rate, effective tax rate. Places like, for instance, Malaysia has got very, very good personal taxation laws. Dubai, again, Portugal, very, very good personal tax laws in Portugal, which may explain why I'm here. Things like that, okay? So there's your business taxation, and then there's your personal taxation. And again, your personal taxation is based on where you are domiciled and where you are a resident for tax. So if you are a resident for tax in Australia, then you pay tax on your personal income in Australia based on Australia's taxation laws. If you are a resident for tax in Portugal, like I am, then you pay tax based on Portugal's laws around all of that sort of stuff, okay? So there's that. Next, let's talk about the sales taxes that Amazon applies relative to specific countries. So, if you are selling in Australia, then everybody has to pay goods and services tax, GST, 10%. And Amazon collects all the GST for you. So all of your prices, of course, should include GST. Collects all of that for you. In America, if you're going to start selling in America and you are a tax resident of Australia and your company is registered and domiciled in Australia, then what does that mean for your tax situation? Well, it means that you will not pay any personal tax in America, and you will not pay any company's tax in America, and the only taxes that you'll be up for is sales taxes, relative to the different states in America, which is an absolute shit fight. But luckily for us, because we're not registered for tax in the USA, then it's actually very, very simple for all of that. And there's a real grey area right now as well, although that may get closed up later on. And basically what happens is Amazon takes care of all of it for you. So if you are very, very criteria tax resident of Australia, you live in Australia, and your company or sole tradership is based in Australia, and you sell on Amazon.com, then you're only up for Australia's tax. You're not up for the USA tax, okay? Hope that helps. Hope that helps. Yes, lots of people commenting on where I live. I could, and happy to, go into all of that for you if you want. I mean, I'm very, very transparent with what I do and why I live the life I live. Not only is it because I love this lifestyle where we travel the world all the time, but clearly it has advantages with tax. I mean, clearly that's an advantage for what I do. And clearly it's a big part of what I do. And because of the revenue and profitability of my businesses, it makes a massive, massive difference to my overall wealth. The fact that I've taken a lot of legal advice to legally mitigate my own tax bill. That's just smart to do. That's just smart to do. And as you ascend through the financial hierarchy, you should do that too. You know, you should get some advice and make sure that you're paying the minimum you can, legally paying the minimum you can. Why on earth would anybody want to give the government more than they absolutely have to, given the government pisses most of it up the wall? I don't know why I'd want to do that. Some folks are strange, perhaps they do. For me as an entrepreneur, legal minimum is where I'm at. I'm sure you would agree with that. Yes, Kerry Packer famously said something similar. All right, so hope you are on board with all of that, and I hope you get Maddie all about taxes now too. Hey, thanks so much for watching that video, and I hope that you got some massive value from it. Before you go, do you live in Australia? If you do, this is for you. Would you like to learn how to sell things on Amazon here in Australia? Would you like to know what sells really, really well and what sells for the maximum amount of profit? Would you like to know where you can source those products from, whether that be in China or here in Australia, and how to source them so you pay bottom dollar and get maximum value for what you're doing? If you do, please subscribe to my channel and like this video, and you'll learn that and much, much more. It's the exact same information that people like Jeff from New South Wales have used to make $45,000 a month on Amazon, that Sue, who's from the sunny coast, has used to purchase herself a brand spankly BMW every single year as a result of her e-commerce business, and the lovely Kate from Bowral in New South Wales has used to make $32,000 a year on, a month, not a year, a month on Amazon, and indeed Anthony, who makes $15,000 a month on Amazon, selling, as he puts it, odds and sods. If you'd like to learn the exact same information that they use to maximize their profits for their Amazon businesses, subscribe to this video, like my channel, post below if you want me to teach you something. Okay, I'm out of here. Speak to you soon. Bye. Subscribe. Do it now.